John Savage. I'm here at Nickel Scarbox Guitar in Huntsville, Alabama, at the beautiful Low Mill. And this is Scarbox Guitar lesson number 2. And today we'll probably do a little review of the first lesson. I'll incorporate that into some of the things I want to do today. But today I want to talk about the slide. And before we start, we should probably tune the guitar up. The 3 strings are commonly tuned to what's called an open G. So when you strum all the strings, you're getting a G chord. So I'll just go through these, and you can tune up if you want to. But there's the low G. Maybe I'll just turn this thing up just a little. The middle string is the D string. Of course, the high string, the small string, is also a G string. So I'll go through them again real quick for you. There's a low G. And I use an electronic tuner. You might have an app on your smartphone. There's a lot of free ones, good guitar tuners on them. There's the D, the middle string. G. Fix that a little bit. Well, anyway, you can take a second and get dialed into that. My guitar is a little different than a lot of the Scarbox guitars they build here. This one has a magnetic pickup, and I like to treat it like an electric guitar, and I just play through a little practice amp here with a little distortion dialed up, and it gives you a nice gritty bluesy sound. Okay, now talking about the slide, I see a lot of folks when they come in and they're picking up the guitars here and trying them out, and they'll pick up a slide and they have a tendency to want to press the slide down as if they're fretting, and you really don't want to do that. Basically what you want to do is you want to have a very light touch, and just, you're not pushing down the strings at all. If you have a slide, you know, glass or brass, this one's copper, just take that slide and just kind of wear it on the ring finger, and I'll explain why in a minute. But just slide down to the 12th fret. And the trick is, you want to be directly over that 12th fret. If you were playing with your fingers, you would be right close to the 12th fret. To get the right pitch playing the slide, you don't want to be where that finger is. You want to be directly over that fret. You know, like if that was the slide, the fret would be right in the center there. So just slide that down to the 12th fret. And you can, with a little distortion dialed up, a little gain on your amp, you don't really even have to strum the guitar. You can just kind of find that sweet spot, maybe hit it once, and you should have a light enough touch that you can just move that slide around and you're not pressing the strings down. So that's very important. You want to not press terribly hard, and you want to get that slide right over the fret that you're trying to play. In this case, I'm on the 12th fret, which is like the octave of your open chord. So it sounds kind of cool. And if you remember lesson 1, we were talking about the 3 chords playing in G. Just a real quick recap. That's your open, and you can shuffle it by taking your index finger. And the 4 chord, in this case the C chord, you're on the 5th fret barred. And since I'm wearing a slide, 2 frets up, I might use the pinky. And the 5 chord again is on the 7th fret. And just remember the open, the 5th fret, and the 7th fret. sometimes when you're playing a blues progression, instead of playing the chord like this, you might want to just go, you can slide into that 5 chord, and then the 4 chord, and then the 1 chord. So I'm going to show you how to incorporate a couple little slide licks into some of the stuff that we covered on lesson 1. There's a very cool lick. I'm sure if you're a blues fan, you've heard it a gazillion times. And this is as close an approximation I can get with 3 strings. Okay, but the Elmore James thing, and again that 12th fret, which is an octave in the key of G, which we're playing out of on this cigar box guitar. I'm going to show you a lick, and the changes I showed you last week as far as the 1 chord, the 4 chord, back to the 1 and the turnaround, of course. You can go back to lesson 1 and take a little closer look at how to play those, but I want to just show you a cool slide lick, and we can insert that lick in between each of these rhythm figures, kind of the way I did in lesson 1 with that Freddie King number, that going down. Incorporate a little rhythm guitar and then a cool little run, and that's what makes these things so fun. You can, they're just cool. They're just cool as all get out. And I come, as you could probably tell by now, I come at the cigar box from a blues angle. But anyway, this is kind of what people stereotypically call the Elmore James lick, but you hear a lot of people play it. It's basically, I'm sliding up to the 12th fret, mainly playing these 2 higher strings, and I'm doing that. I'm just kind of coming into that. I might be starting here at the 10th fret, and I'm sliding into the 12th fret. That's the first part of the lick. The second part of the lick is I'm going to the 3rd fret, just maybe slide into it just from not too far away, and then playing these 2 strings open. So that whole lick sounds like this. So I'll play that a couple more times in a row so you can play along and try to get the feel for it. But essentially I'm just sliding into the 12th fret on these 2 strings, and the second part of the lick I'm hitting the sliding into the 3rd fret and then playing the strings open. And if you insert these rhythm figures in between, the 1 chord, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, I'm going to show you a couple ways to do it. One interesting thing is, instead of going to the 4 chord, I might just take the slide and slide right over the 5th fret. Again, you just want to, don't apply too much pressure, just get right over that 5th fret, or the 7th fret as the case may be. I'm going to insert this lick with the 3 chords, and you can kind of see how it all works. I'm going to go play the lick, I'm going to hit the 1 chord. Then I'm going to play the lick and hit the 4 chord. When I play that 4 chord, I might do this, or I might do this. So you can mix it up a little bit. Anyway, here's my interpretation of the Elmore James style licks on 3 strings. So. Also, the end of that little progression, where I slid it to the 5th chord, you can incorporate into that slow turnaround I showed you last week. You can review that on lesson 1 again too, but you can go and then slide into that 5th chord. And I like to keep the bass lines kind of moving. But if I had the luxury of another guitarist playing with me or a bass player, I might get a little more crazy on the slide, you know, and play the changes like that. And that's a real good device to... Sometimes I'll be playing the song and I might only use the slide for a couple of notes here or there. So just a quick review of this Elmore James thing. 12th fret, slide from the 10th fret, and then hit the 3rd fret, and then open. And again, I'll put it with the chords here, and I'll run through it a couple of times and see what that does. Last little run for like a real dramatic ending. You can do it with a slide or with your fingers, but I'm essentially going open. If I have to think about it, I might lose it. To the 4th fret, to the 5th fret, to the 6th fret, to the 7th fret. And then you can end on the 1 chord either right here or up here at the octave. So there's a little Elmore James slide lick for you. Another cool thing, it's you hear it a lot of old country blues. A song that comes to mind might be "Rollin and Tumblin," and everybody from Muddy Waters to Dylan does it. Dylan has a really long version with a lot of interesting lyrics, well worth the listen. So for this, the Rollin and Tumblin lick, you're going to do open, you're going to get on the 3rd fret at some point, and on the 5th fret, and you put those together and the 4 chord comes in like we described earlier, but you can go. Yeah, so I'm going open, hit the slide on the 3rd fret, and then open again. There's the 4. Slide it to that 5 chord. 4. And of course, you know, you can just all the stuff I'm giving you, just mix it all up. You can just mix it all up. And it's all about not pressing too hard. You just want to get right over the fret that you're trying to play. If imagine I'm taking this slide off, now my finger is directly over the fret, not behind the fret as if I'm playing with my finger, but directly over the fret. You want the Be right over it. And I'm going to leave you with a fun lick. It's a George Thorogood, Bad to the Bone. The licks and everything from Manish Boy to I'm a Man to... It's just a great lick. It's a good one to know, and you can squeeze it in. Basically, the targets are the 3rd fret, 5th fret open. And you'll notice these blue dots on my guitar. This is number 24, one of John's early guitars, and with a magnetic pickup. But we put these genuine mother of painter's tape blue dots on it, the 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret, and 12th fret, to help you. I just think they're cool, and you know, they peel right off. But anyway, here's a George Thorogood. I'm going to hit open G, and then so I'm hitting open, and then I'm sliding into the 5th fret, and then I'm playing open, and then the 3rd fret, and then open. And you can also slide up to the 12th fret. And anyway, you can call that your 1 chord. And just blues out. But I hope I gave you a couple of things to try out with the slide. Don't want to overwhelm you with too much, but just 2 or 3 cool things. Here's that Elmore James lick again. The 12th fret, 3rd fret, open. And then put your chords in between it. And the Rollin and Tumblin. Just look for the sweet spots on the slide. Keeping in mind that this open chord's big. Don't be afraid to play that open chord. It's awesome. And slide it to the 4th chord with your slide, the 5 chord. You can play the turnaround. Then finish it off with the slide. Anyway, till next time, have fun with this thing, and really appreciate hearing from my peeps in Italy and British Columbia. Thanks for the kind words. And if you're ever in Huntsville, come by Low Mill and check out John Nichols' guitar shop here, Nichols Scarbox Guitars. And we love y'all. Keep picking. Yep. Bad hair day. Apologize for the wild turkey hat. I don't endorse such shenanigans at all. The more you know. That's my public service announcement. Does that count as part of my community service? Here's the little birdies on the end of Layla. Do you mix stuff to it?
No. Not weighing the battery 10 times.
Mix stuff to it.
Mix stuff.